Alright men, so on my channel, I've talked about Twitter and the people on it that tend to spark needless outrage for legit no reason whatsoever. Like, it seems now that every single video I make is about somebody on Twitter doing something that I find pretty funny, and today's video is no exception because once again, I was scrolling through Twitter and I found a thread, right, of somebody getting mad at MrBeast and basically attacking his character for legit no reason, right? Basically, what's happening here is they're accusing MrBeast of racism because apparently he kicked somebody out of a Clubhouse call, and now Twitter is in a frenzy over it, calling him racist and stuff, dude. It's actually insane. However, before I get into that, a large majority of you guys that watch my content aren't subs, so you know, if you end up enjoying the video you see today, go down below, you know, sauce your boy subscription, enable all notifications. I'm really trying to hit 100k before summer, so I mean, if we could do that, that'd be pretty epic, if I do say so myself. Anyways, back to the video. So while I was doing my daily scroll of the wonderful platform known as Twitter, I stumbled upon a thread that I felt like would make a pretty good video, and it reads, MrBeast accused of racism after removing someone from Clubhouse. According to accuser, I don't know how to pronounce it, MrBeast removed him due to his name. Some question this version of events since tape appears to tell a different story, and attached to the tweet is this clip right here of this event actually going down, so I'll play it for you right now.
Really interesting.
So
All right.
I thought
Well,
it was
so Colin,
indicating that you had something to say.
yeah, I'm gonna yote you, Colin. Thank you for coming up. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. I'm gonna yote you as well. Cool.
So as you can see, that is almost a forgettable clip. Like, I don't even know what I just watched, dude. It's that forgettable. Jokes aside, dude, I watched the clip and I really don't see an issue with it, right? What happened in there is MrBeast was, I guess, in a meeting with a few people, and I guess he just didn't want so many people there because he's better with smaller crowds. He decided to, I guess, kick 2 people out, and he addressed one of them. He said, hey, Colin, I'm gonna have to kick you out. Goodbye. And then this guy, whose name I don't really know how to pronounce either, he said, hey, I'm really bad with names. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to kick you out too. That's really all that happened, and you would think this wouldn't be a big deal. Well, the guy that was actually kicked out of the call, whose name I can't even pronounce, decided to go on Twitter and claim that MrBeast is indeed a racist. So he starts off this thread by saying, MrBeast just threw me out of his stage on Clubhouse after bringing me up, saying, I can't spell your name, so let me yote you out. Thread. Yo is a past tense for yeet, so it pretty much means throw you out. Now, as we can tell, this is just a straight up lie because we've all seen the clip where I played it for you guys. He did not say, I can't spell your name, so let me yote you out. He said, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, I'm gonna have to remove you. He's trying to be respectful about it. You know, he wasn't trying to say, hey, get out my Clubhouse, goodbye. No, he instead decided to address him by name. And the first guy kicked out obviously had a really easy name, Collins. I think anyone can pronounce that, even a newborn baby. But this other guy had a more unique name, and MrBeast said, hey, I'm not really all good with names, but I'm gonna have to remove you. That's literally it. But he just keeps on going. That isn't all he said. He asked the audience to put photos of ourselves with Gary V, so I did. He invited me on his stage filled with white dudes only, skipped me twice, then came back to me and just cut me to say that. I didn't even place a word in. This isn't a case of cancel culture, this is racism. Blatant racism. I'm disgusted and I feel shocked, to be honest. He was on my stage for a whole hour the other night too, shaking my head. Now, I'm not buying your whole thing saying this isn't cancel culture, it's blatant racism, because dude, exactly what you're doing right here is cancel culture. You see, you going on Twitter and trying to spark a public outrage against somebody over some claim of racism that you legit have no good evidence to back it up with, that right there is cancel culture, right? Nobody goes on Twitter and calls somebody a blatant racist and isn't trying to spark some kind of outrage towards them, dude. Like, I don't know, I'm not buying your whole thing here, but he keeps going. Racism is not okay. I don't care how rich or famous you are, I don't care how clean your brand is, allowing this in front of 1.4k people is not right. I feel disgusted tonight. After seeing the clip that I played, I think we can all kind of agree this right here is a gigantic overreaction, dude. Like, maybe it's like, damn, I was removed from the call, that kind of sucks, but okay, whatever, moving on. But this guy had to take it so personally and spin it out into a giant outrage over on Twitter. Now, obviously, some people are supporting this guy because we're on Twitter, and some people don't really care enough to look into situations before they, I guess, form an opinion on him. So, the thread that I was reading, it follows up by saying, some are supporting, the guy, saying, fairly easy solution for not being able to pronounce someone's name, just say, can you help us pronounce your name correctly? Others saying, I was in the room and I do not remember what the exact quotes were, but I didn't get that vibe. So let's just get into these, right? So there's this one guy called Isaac saying, I was in the room. I do not remember what those exact quotes were, but I didn't get that vibe. I remember he's trying to be kind and let people know he doesn't like big stages, exactly what I said. So he's about to boot a few people off the stage to shrink it down. It did not seem targeted at all. Clubhouse has recordings of the room so everyone will be able to hear in context and decide for themselves. More importantly, I suggest you reach out to Jimmy, you know, MrBeast, directly and let him know how you felt so you can resolve it, and I'm sure his heart would be love. And that's the thing, dude. That's why I don't get it. Like, out of all people that everybody's trying to cancel on Twitter, it seems like, why MrBeast, dude? Like, this guy, he's a really good guy. Like, there's no other way I can put it. He's a great guy. I mean, his whole channel is dedicated to him giving millions upon millions of dollars out of the goodness of his own heart to people in need. He legit runs his 50 million subscribed channel at a loss to keep giving away money. Now, obviously, that isn't an excuse for doing bad things. However, it is very obvious he's a good guy, and if he isn't really doing anything wrong, then what's the point in trying to spark needless outrage towards him? Like, I can't help but feel bad for the guy, dude. And the sad thing is that's true, too. If this guy were to reach out to MrBeast, after just smearing his name on Twitter, saying that he's a racist, I'm sure MrBeast would still be showing the utmost respect to him. Like, if somebody called me a racist on Twitter when, surprise, surprise, I'm not, they would have none of my respect. I would go off on them if I was, you know, I guess talking to them, but MrBeast would be a good guy about it because, well, he's just a good guy. Like, I just don't get this, man. This shit is so stupid. Anyways, it goes on. Somebody else said, I was there and that's not what happened, or what he said. He said he was making the room smaller and moved multiple people off the stage at the same time. His decision to remove you from the stage had nothing to do with your name. And then he attaches a clip that I played for you guys earlier, and that's like the funniest thing about it. He's saying like, oh, MrBeast went up to me and said, oh, I can't pronounce your name, so I'm just gonna kick you out of here. Goodbye. When it's not the case at all. He said, hey, I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, but I'm gonna have to remove you. You know, it's not a big deal. Like, I really wonder how Twitter manages to find legit any reason to get mad at somebody. I know this guy kind of started it, but the fact people are just blindly following along without looking more into it and using their common sense, it just hurts to see. But there's more. Somebody says, fairly easy solution for not being able to pronounce someone's name. Just say, can you help us pronounce your name correctly? Now, obviously, yes, I do agree with that, right? However, the way MrBeast went about it wasn't problematic whatsoever. He said, I'm bad with names and I'm gonna have to remove you. I mean, yeah, he could have said, hey, can you help us pronounce your name? But if he's removing the guy out of the call and the guy isn't going to be in the call for the rest of the time, then, like, what's the point? You know, like, I really don't understand. And I just love how this guy's first, like, reaction after all this happened was to go to Twitter. See, look at these tweets. He legit said, MrBeast just threw me out of his stage on Clubhouse. Like, once this happened, the guy rushed to Twitter with his one-eyed snake in one hand and his other hand on the keyboard, just typing up an angry thread of tweets against him. Like, is that really your first, like, instinct when you get mad at somebody or when you feel like they did you wrong, to go to Twitter and start a public outrage? Like, dude, you do realize it's just gonna cause more problems than it does solve. Like, there was no problems to begin with. However, you seem to think there was, but now, you doing this, it creates more and more problems for yourself and MrBeast for legit no reason whatsoever. That's just what I find funny about this. Anyways, we got one more. Some people are saying, that is seriously messed up, man. Sorry that happened to you. And then someone else said, oof, that's bad, not gonna lie. Thank you for taking a leadership stance. We can all learn from you. And then it says, like, racism on Clubhouse, what's the solution? So I'm assuming, like, they're gonna report MrBeast there. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do there. But I feel like these people just don't know the full situation at hand, because I guarantee if they saw the clip and they understood MrBeast wasn't trying to be racist and he doesn't have a racist bone in his body, they would probably not agree with this. However, maybe they would. Maybe they would still somehow, in some weird, foreign, black magic way, do insane mental gymnastics to make themselves think that MrBeast is racist for that right there. Like, you know, it really does suck that it's always the nicest people getting torn down on Twitter. Like, I understand, you know, MrBeast is popular on the internet. When you're really popular, there's gonna be a lot of people that want to tear you down and, you know, cause issues to you. However, like, out of all people, why MrBeast, dude? Like, there's people like Jake Paul and other, like, genuine scumbags on the internet that you can go out there and cancel. There's actually, like, genuine racist people out there that you can rightfully so spark outrage against. However, you choose MrBeast because he removed you from a call. Like, this just feels like such a giant nothing burger of a situation, dude. Anyways, man, that is all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, go down below, leave a like on it. If you guys haven't already subbed, you know, what are you guys doing with your life? Come on, go down below, hit that big red button, enable all notifications, and I will single-handedly love you forever. I'm not joking, guys. I'm really gonna grind out YouTube and try to hit 100K by summer, as it's like a childhood dream of mine, and it's never been this close to me. So your guys' support really does mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching the video. If you want to see more videos like this, or if you enjoyed it that much you want to binge watch it, there should be a playlist and some videos on screen now, so you can, you know, choose from them and continue watching my terrible content. I've been rambling on for too long. I'm heading out. Bye.